Hi everyone, so I want to do my review on Adore Plastic Surgery. So originally I was supposed to go to Jolie's Plastic Surgery. I wanted Bradley, but they scheduled me with Bradley at Adore, even though they say they're not affiliated, whatever. So Bradley quit, and so they asked if I want to do McAdoo or Zeichner. And I saw Zeichner's pictures, but McAdoo had a lot of good pictures too. But I was like, I'll do Zeichner because I still get to keep my August 25th. Also, so that was like a bonus. So I was like, okay, well, definitely I'll just do Zeichner because I still get to keep my date because I've been waiting for so long. I got there for pre-op, and I filled out this paperwork, just a book of paperwork. And then I get taken to the back so just in case you need to know, you're going to pay two $50 drug tests, one for pre-op and one for day of surgery, so $100. And then a $100 COVID test where they're going to prick your finger, put the blood on it, kind of looks like a pregnancy test. So it's just the antibody test though. But yeah, it's $100, so you're going to pay $200 out of pocket there when you're there. So after I did that, I got taken to the bathroom, and I had to do a drug test, pee in the cup right in front of the lady, the nurse. I think her name was Maria. I don't know if that was the redhead. I wish I got people's names, so I'm sorry. But I do remember that, they're really up in your fucking coochie when you're trying to do your drug test. She was literally, in my vagina. Anyways, so I was putting toilet paper down because they didn't have any seat covers. I'm talking about my complete experience and everything that happened. And there was a nurse on the outside of the stall who can only look in and see her because we're in the big stall, so I'm on the other side, so she can't really see me. But she's just like, what is she doing? Oh my god. So the nurse is like, you can't squat because I'm wearing tights. I can't really open my legs to squat with tights that are pushing my legs together. I'm gonna piss on myself. So I was like, no, I have to sit down. So I was putting toilet paper on the seat, and because there's no seat cover. And the lady on the outside is like, what is she doing? And then and I'm pretty sure it's the redhead nurse. She's the only redhead nurse there that was saying that. But she's talking in Spanish, saying, what is she doing? And the nurse that's in the stall with me, she responds in Spanish too. So they're just talking in Spanish. She's like, she's putting toilet paper on the seat covers. And the lady's like, why is she doing that? Why is she using all the toilet paper? They don't know I understand Spanish because my mom's Mexican, so I know Spanish. But, I always play dumb and pretend I don't know Spanish because I want to also hear, when I come back, what else they have something to say, or still that day. I don't go off until probably, until before I leave, or if it's, really bad, then I'll tell them that I understand. I've lost some jobs because, I've quit, actually, because people talk shit about me in Spanish. I think I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that was annoying, but I'm whatever. I'm just trying to do my fucking test and get my fucking surgery, get the fuck out of here. So whatever. She takes me to do my weight blood test. Takes me to go take pictures of my before and do a faja fit. She was pretty rushy, but she was nice. But I guess everyone else was on her, so she had to be kind of quick with me too. But all right. So anyways, I get kind of told okay, you're good. We're gonna call you before 5:00, and you're gonna get a call of what time your surgery is tomorrow. I was like, that's kind of annoying. It's already 3 p.m. right now, and you're gonna call me in the next 2 hours and then tell me when my surgery is. I had a booked doll car in Miami. You can see them on Instagram. So I don't have a surgery time to give them, but I already paid them $290 for my pickup, drop off, and all these rides with the bed in the back. So I was like, okay. Luckily they called me and they said that 8:30, within 2 hours. Also, I need to mention, when I got there at 11 a.m. for pre-op, I didn't leave till 3 p.m. So Okay,
Yeah.
anyways, I go back to my recovery house, and I'm gonna do a separate video about my recovery house. So I go back to my recovery house, and you know, I'm kind of excited because tomorrow is my surgery day. Um, and I got called at like 6:58 a.m. and they're like, "Hey, can you actually come in at 8 a.m.?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So I just got up, showered, and I texted Doll Car Miami and was like, "Hey, my surgery's, you know, is actually gonna be an hour early. Like, can you get me?" Um, got it. I took a shower, used that antibody scrub soap, and not scrub, but the soap, you know, to clean your skin. I didn't wear any deodorant, no lotion, like none of what they told me to. I still don't have my nails done because they said no polish or acrylics and stuff. Anyways, after I took a shower and got ready, I made sure I wore a dress because they have to slip your clothes that you go there in back on you, like over your faja, and they have to put. I don't know. I guess some girls have been wearing some tight ass clothes, and they're like, make sure you wear loose clothes. And I was like, okay. I just wore a big long dress that I don't care that got bloody on. Like I literally shopped at Goodwill for long, like loose dresses, just so that I could bleed on and then throw away. Anyways, so I get their surgery day. I'm the first person. There's nobody there. Like literally, like people are like cleaning. I can smell like the cleaning supplies and everything. Like they're like, you know, they've been cleaning, and I'm there by myself, and I'm like really excited because like if I'm the first person, you know, like he's not gonna rush. He's gonna take his time, make sure he does what you know. Anyways, I get taken to do my drug test again, height and weight again, and then I sit in the room with my socks, compression socks, and the bonnet thing. And Zeichner comes in, and he starts marking up my body, telling me what he's gonna get rid of, and like my back rolls and stuff. And then the nurse in the room was like, "Do you have a wish pick?" And then so I was like, "Oh yeah." So I showed him a picture of this bubble butt, and I said, "This is what I want." And then he was like, okay. And then he was just like, you know, but like, I really like Zeichner. Zeichner is really great, like, at communicating because he can tell you what he can and can't do because of you and your body, like your body type. Like, it doesn't mean he can't do it, like, he doesn't know how to do it. Like, if you want more hips or you want more lats, he can do it. It's just like the wish pick is not going to be exactly what, you know, because there's your shape. It just depends on you, and he'll give you a realistic of what the outcome's gonna look like. But it's still good. Like, you know, like I still love my body. Like I didn't pay too much attention on the hips or lats like in the picture, but I was like, I want that butt, I want that bottom half, like from the hips down, or stomach down, whatever. I'm getting a tummy tuck, so everything's gonna be fine. But like I have a shape now. Like I remember I got out and I remember looking, wait, you know what? I'm skipping. I shouldn't be skipping. Okay, so, he's done marking me up and he leaves. Anesthesiologist comes in. Okay, at first I thought she was nice, but oh no, I don't like her no more. I don't remember her name. Something with the C maybe. Anyways, she comes in and we're talking to my recovery house, working things out on them, making sure they pick up my prescription and stuff. And hold on, let me think of what else happened right after. Okay, so I did have a blood clot in the past. You can see I have a scar right here because I had them in my lungs and they had to take it out. So they said, we're gonna give you local anesthesia, not general. I was like, okay, like. I know the difference, but I didn't know like what the big difference was. Like I know that one's through the IV and one's with the mask. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we go to like right before we go into the room to the surgery, like, oh God, there's a lot of things that people don't tell you that they do, and I'm gonna fucking tell you right now so that you're not fucking surprised of what's gonna happen. Okay, so they said that they're gonna prescribe me these shots, EpiPen looking things, so that I can, it's like a blood thinner pretty much, so I can insert it myself and then like give it to myself like an insulin type of thing. Anyways, I get taken to the back to the surgery room, and you could tell it's already cold, so I know why girls wake up cold and shivering and stuff. But I lay down and she starts telling me like, okay, so you have a higher chance of a blood clot forming on you, or even fat slipping and, slipping through your veins and like going into your head or lungs, like, and killing you. And then like for a second I'm like, okay, I don't know, like in my head I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't do it. No, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm getting ready to like leave. Like I'm thinking like the way she said it, because she was like, anyways, like I already knew that was a chance, but she's like, you have a higher chance, like this could happen. And I'm thinking like, oh, like I have kids, I have a life, I have family, I like that I love and stuff. And then I'm just like thinking like, okay, I think I'm gonna back out. Like I'm just gonna enjoy fucking Miami and I'm gonna fly back without my surgery. But no, she's like, okay, now you're gonna feel a burn, and she has the IV in me. So like all of this was racing through my head for like 30 seconds, and then she's like, okay, so you're gonna feel a burn. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I'm getting put under, there's no backing out, like I'm on the table right now. And so she starts pushing that inside my IV, and it's burning. Yeah, I've been hospitalized a lot of times. I know when things are gonna burn and how they burn and that they hurt, and I'm used to it. It was burning so bad. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's almost gonna be gone, it's almost over. She walks over to the other side and it's still burning. It's like stinging, like on fire in my arms. And I'm like, it's still burning. I'm like, it's burning. Oh my God, it burns. And then like I remember looking at her, and then I just started screaming because it kept going like in my veins and like traveling. Like I could feel it, like it was on fire, and it would not stop. It was actually getting stronger. And I was like, I started screaming. Like I was screaming, like I was just like, fuck. Like I screamed like, oh my God, it's fucking burned. And then I just remember looking at her, and then black. I went to sleep. I fell asleep, and I'm like, I went to sleep screaming. That's fucked up. Anyways, I woke up. I had no pain or no soreness from the lipo. Like when I woke up, I was like, fine. I was more sore just from my right breast, because they didn't adjust it when they laid me on the table. It was that shit made me cry. That shit hurt. I wanted my prescription for that. I'm gonna say a whole other story on that, but I'm gonna keep this just on Adore for right now. So I woke up, there's a lady there, nurses there, they're really nice, they're really sweet. They were talking about how they're getting a surgery too before I got put down, so they're gonna take care of each other. So they were really nice. He helped me get to my car, to the doll car in Miami that I booked through and everything, and they took me home. All right, so post-op, I come back, I lost 20 pounds. I was 188 surgery day. No, I was 186 surgery day before the lipo. Post-op, I was 165. I was like, 20 fucking pounds? That's crazy. But like the day after that, I was like back to like 180s. But it's because of the swelling and all the liquid and stuff, they said. Anyways, Zeichner is amazing. I'm just gonna say Zeichner was amazing. The nurses there were amazing. I got my foam boards. I bought my boppy pillow. Make sure you guys buy your own BBL pillows, especially if you're flying. It's $100 for their pillow, and you wanna know what their pillow looks like? Hold on. This is their BBL pillow. Okay. So just order a BBL pillow on Amazon. Don't spend $100 like I did like this, because I couldn't carry mine. I bought mine, but I couldn't carry it on the plane because you're only allowed 2 carry-ons, and just a pillow was counting as a third, so I couldn't bring mine. So that was really fucked up. So anyways, my overall experience was just great with Adore, except for maybe the fact that it was inconsistent, that it took so long. But it's like, I guess technically it's not their fault. There's so many people. I don't know. Zeichner is great. He's amazing. He's had a lot of experience. He's great. I love him. I'm glad. I kind of want to go back to him for Mommy Makeover, but I don't want to do local anesthesia. I want to be those girls that be posting on the Jolie plastic surgery on Facebook saying, Yeah, they asked me a question and I was out and it felt like 5 minutes. I wanted them to ask me a question like, oh, so what do you do for work? Like, I'm sleeping. Like, I didn't get to answer because they knew I was going to fall asleep. Like, that's what I wanted to happen to me. But no, I got fucking tortured and burned. Anyways, I messaged him on Instagram and asked him, like, hey, if I come to you for my mommy makeover, can I do general this time? But, like, and he sent me some bullshit, like, I think it's just like a copy and paste cookie cutter message that he sends to everyone. He doesn't read the actual message, which is one thing I probably don't like about him, because he's like, please talk to coordinator about any scheduling or and stuff like that. And I was just like, dude, you already did my surgery. I said in my message, like, I said, hey, you did my lipo 360 BBL. I want to come to you for my makeover. Can I do general? Like, instead of local. So I guess he just doesn't read his messages, so I guess that's like a little downfall to me, a little bit. Yeah, but other than all that, and the girls that talk shit in Spanish, like, it's, you know, okay, but like, definitely make sure you go there with extra money. I went with an extra $1,500 in cash, and I paid my $3,800 in cash. So bring cash and expect the worst. Example, make sure you have enough to also book a hotel after already paying for your recovery house, in case you have a shitty recovery house that actually doesn't take care of you or do anything that they said that they would on Facebook. Because yes, I had to go buy a hotel, and my mom, who never flew, got on a plane and came. My mom, who never flew, got on a plane to come take care of me, like, because my recovery house wasn't. Because my recovery house was on some bullshit. And I thought that they actually were trying to take care of me and stuff. But when I got out of surgery and I still didn't have my pain meds, and they were saying, oh yeah, they said that they ran out of Percocet here, and I went to 8 stores, and they still said that there's a shortage of Percocets and all these meds, and then she even called the doctor or my nurse and was like, yeah, they don't have it. They said that I need her ID, and my nurse is like, you don't need an ID to pick up a prescription for someone. Like, you don't need that person's ID. So I don't know, while I was there, I gave her my ID. You know, I'm this is after surgery. I'm in pain right now. I give her my ID. She leaves. She comes back an hour later, like, and yeah, saying that there's still a shortage. And then my nurse tells me, no, on post-op day, my nurse told me, I know she wasn't doing the best for you, because I told her that that's not true, and I called the CVS that you were supposed to get it, and they said nobody ever came to pick up the prescription under me. Nobody ever came. He said that he's been there. He's the one who gives the prescription. No one has been there to pick up my medicines, that they had them ready too. And I was like, but except for the Percocets, there really weren't any Percocets, but nobody ever came, so she was lying the whole time. She never even tried to. I actually ended up calling 911 and going to the hospital because of my breast pain. It was so bad. I felt like it was on fire, and it actually turned green and purple and black. And I could tell more story about that if you guys want, but that is what was hurting, and I really needed someone, so I called 911 while I was there. I didn't get my medicine until 9 p.m., and I got out of my surgery around 3 p.m. Like, that's a whole long-ass fucking time without my medicine. And let me tell you one more thing that my recovery house did, and I'm going to tell you the name of them, too. Okay, so, get this. I'm at the hospital, and they said, have you tried Navarro? Remember, I'm not from Florida, but I'm like, Navarro Pharmacy? Okay. I called them, and I read them the prescription on my paper, and they're like, okay, yeah, we can do that. We can have it ready for you, because, you know, like, I'm crying on the phone. And I'm like, I need this, and they're like, yeah, we'll get it for you. I texted my recovery house. I told them, try Navarro, and they're like, text back like a minute later, and they're just like, yeah, we called them, and they don't have any. I'm like, well, I just spoke to someone and they said that they have it, so I guess I'm going to lift from the hospital, go get my prescription, and then lift back. And they're like, okay. Mind you, when I was there at the recovery house with all these ambulance people, paramedics in the living room, and they were like, testing me and everything, like doing my blood pressure and stuff, and it was too high and everything was really bad and off, and they needed everything to go to normal, and then they can bring me, which is weird. Whatever. So I had to calm down. My hot flashes, I needed to cool down and stuff. And my recovery house, I thought that they were actually like caring about me. Like they were actually trying this whole time. Saying, oh, when you get to the hospital, tell us where, tell us everything. We're going to come get you. We're going to pick you up from the hospital, okay? No, they didn't come pick me from the hospital. No, they weren't trying to get my prescriptions. They weren't trying to help me at all. And I should have known this because the first day when I got back from my pre-op. So my first day getting to the recovery house when I got back. My roommate, she was saying that they were saying that I should find a different recovery house, especially because of the ride of the surgery, it being 45-minute long. Like, they don't think I can do it. Like, I was able to do it. I was just sleeping the whole time. Anyways, like, I thought they were just genuinely caring about me and just thinking, oh, like, that's going to be too painful. Because obviously I haven't had the surgery before, so I'm like, I don't know. Like, maybe it is too far. I don't know. But, like, I already paid. But no, this whole time they just didn't want me there anyways. And when my mom came to get me that day, I guess the lady said, oh, you can only visit for an hour. My mom's not going to fly all the way over here to visit for 1 hour. I got my bags and we left. Oh, my mom, I was laying on my bed and they brought her to the room I was in. She knew I was getting lipo 360. Apparently she forgot the other part. So I'm laying on my stomach, and my mom, first thing she does, lifts up my dress and look at my butt. She's like, you got your butt done? I'm like, yeah, they just put the fat in there. Like, that part was funny, but yeah, it was really fucked up that, like, we had to leave and stuff like that. Like, the ladies that were taking care of me weren't really taking care of me. They had an attitude, especially one of them. Her name was Autumn. This was at Beauty and Body Recovery House. Beauty and Body Recovery House. So Instagram looks really nice, like the meals, everything, it just seemed all really nice, like good, like great. It wasn't, and there was mold in the bathroom, and there was already a girl complaining about me using the restroom. Like, I'm bleeding here, I'm trying to pee, and I'm like having a bad time, like we're all here, like for surgery. And there's 2 bathrooms, and nobody was even in the other one. She was complaining, like, I don't know. It was bad. It was the worst. So I had to end up spending like another $500 on a hotel with me and my mom. And then I had to spend another couple $100 on a plane ticket because she only got a one-way, because all she heard was her daughter screaming and crying in pain, and her recovery house is not taking care of her. So what's that mother gonna do who's like 1,000 miles away from her, like over 2,000 miles away from her? Like, she got on a plane one way knowing that she doesn't have a way back yet, and just went to come take care of me because my recovery house wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, what I paid them to be doing. So, Beauty and Body Recovery, you can go there. Try to go with the surgery sister so they can't treat you both like shit. But don't go by yourself. If you're going by yourself, I don't know, do a hotel with someone. Or do more research on your recovery house.